Hi everyone, I'm just trying to get my camera to balance. Hopefully that's got you now. I'm here today to have a bit of a play. I got myself a jelly plate last week for my birthday and I've had a short play with it, and I thought I'm just dying for another play, and I thought I'd bring you along with me just to see. I've got my paints all ready. I've got a few random tools, bits and pieces, some papers. This is my papers from my first play, so that's ghost print. Hope these are focusing for you. So I'm just absolutely thrilled with my first go. It was so much fun. I never would have dreamed it was so much fun, but I just thoroughly enjoyed it. So these are relatively straightforward prints, nothing too fancy. I just wanted to get in there and play, and so I did. Now I'm wanting to investigate, doing a few other different bits and pieces. But it doesn't take away from these, because I think these are still just wonderful. And I really love this sort of camo look one. I think that one turned out really well. I did play with the sellotape, the inside of a sellotape roll, the cardboard bit. We'll get to it in a second, I think, somewhere in the stack. I did so many pages in such a short time. It was really quite amazing. Almost. Yeah, you see the sellotape roll. So that was quite effective, but I'm going to have a play with some different stuff today. So that's basically what I did last week on Friday, I think it was. Sorry if I knock the camera. I'm not sure if I do or not. Anyway, let's get started. I've got some test pots of paint here, acrylic paint, and I've got some tubes of acrylic paint, and I've got some tools that I'll just talk about as I do it. So hey, I'm just going to throw some paint down and see what happens, if I can get the lid off the paint. And I'm just using, because I've got this is actually a jar that somebody gave me. The paint wasn't mixed, so it's already two colours. I'm using a plastic palette knife just to put some paint down on the jelly plate. Oh, I did not bring baby wipes with me, but that should be okay. No, I will need baby wipes. Just see if I can wipe enough off on my paper. We'll see how we go. Ooh, this is the, I'm having real trouble getting the lid off this one. This is the one I picked up at a op shop type place. But I thought, I took it off in the shop and thought, yeah, there's still enough good paint in there to grab it. So there we go, some beautiful red. I didn't have play with red in my play last week, so I was quite keen to add some red and see what happened. Well, I know what's going to happen, but you know what I mean. Just play with some gorgeous colours. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm just in love already. I mean, I'll just roll off my brayer onto some lined paper. I've got it ready. This is a little stamp I carved out of whatever this was. I found it somewhere, and I just carved a bit of a design. So I'm going to add some of that. And, whoops. Okay, we'll wet it there as well. Put it in random places. And I'm just stamping off in between each one onto my scrap paper, which will be lovely and painty and used for other things. Okay, this first one I might use music paper. I didn't do any different papers last time. I just used ordinary white paper. So this time I'll lay down a bit of music paper. As you could tell, my jelly plate is still nice and clear. It hasn't got discoloured yet, but I don't think it's going to take long before it will, because I can see myself doing more of this. Yeah, you can see some of the pattern. I'm just going to do another sheet over that to pick up that paint before I add some more colour. And this is a sheet of a sketch pad, I think. It was given to me, and I'm just tearing off sheets and using. That's what I used last week. Some of that. Okay. What shall we go with? We'll go with some green. Oops. I'm already getting covered in paint, but that's part of the fun, isn't it? You know, got to get a bit messy with your craft, got to have some fun, not worry about it, just get in there. And what shall I put with that? Maybe some of this blush colour. I love just chucking random colours together too without worrying about how they're going to work together. And I like the surprise of how it turns out. Alright, and then we go with the brow again. The blush paint I've got on here, it's quite old and it's gone a bit goopy. But I did use it last week and it still works alright for this. You just get more solid blobs of it rather than blending. And that's just a different effect. It's okay, I don't mind. Right, might have mixed this one a bit much. I've got a Eclipse mince empty container, no mince left, shame that. It's got a rounded rectangle bottom, so I thought let's just see what that does and whether it looks any good or not. I think that's part of the fun, is like when you do this, you don't actually know whether it's going to turn out alright or whether it's just going to be blah or muddy, as they say when your colours are mixed too much. It's just fun to see what happens. And this tin's quite good because it doesn't have any sharp edges on the bottom. It's nice and rounded. I ran my finger over it to check beforehand. And I'll do some off the edge because that always looks quite cool. Just in the corner. Some overlapping. Just being completely random here. Just going for it. Okay, time for some paper. Do a bit of white paper. Actually, I'll do this bit that I picked up the paint off the last one. Just do over the top. Whoops, I just didn't quite cover the plate. That's alright. I do that quite often actually and end up with streaks of paint on the back, which is absolutely fine. Oh yes, that worked really well with the bottom of the mint container. Cool. And what I love about this is you end up with a floor covered in painted papers and it just looks so colourful and fun. So who else out there's got a jelly plate? Do you have any tips or tricks or tools that you find work really well for you? Because I really am a newbie to this. So if you've got any information to share, I've watched a couple of short YouTube videos and learnt a lot from those, but I'm always keen to learn from anybody who wants to teach me. So this, I'm putting some blue down. This blue is also quite sort of almost jelly-like, a bit goopy, like the blushes. So we'll just work that in, it'll be fine. I used it last week, so I know it's okay to use. Again, it just gives more blobby rather than blending in as much. I like the way it picks up the paint and just begins by leaving splotches. I mean, that's kind of cool, isn't it? Are you feeling that? I'm feeling that. I think it's cool. I should do a print just of that sometime. Sometime when I'm not having so much fun. I want to do something different maybe. Right, roll off my excess. And let's do, I've got some book pages, so I'll have room for a couple. It's just a novel that I've pulled apart. Here's the cover. And I've been using the pages for gluing, but I thought I'd use some for painting. Okay. Now I didn't do any marks in this one, just thought because we've already got the text on the page and I can always print a second time. That's the first one. And you see how the blue has stayed in its globs. And that's okay, just a different look. Right, I'll leave that blue on there. And let's throw on some yellow. Excuse me. Gone a bit froggy, a bit croaky. Oops. I find it really hard to control the paint out of these tubes. You either get not enough or way too much. So, yeah. So that time it was way too much, but well, it's okay. We can spread out and it'll be fine. Might just leave that bit of red off the palette knife there. Might just do the yellow because there's a bit of blue in there and a bit of red by accident, which is cool. Give it some good coverage. And I've got some bubble wrap. Now I've seen people play with bubble wrap. I've just got little bits of bubble wrap. I've got this bit and I've got this bit. So I'm just going to lay them on in different directions. Oops, I just dipped my fingers in it. That was clever, wasn't it? Okay, so that bit will be less paint on it because it's on me instead. And some earbuds, cotton buds, Q-tips, whatever you like to call them. So I'm just going to make some random patterns. Oops, getting a bit full of paint. Oops, I'm flinging my little cotton bud everywhere. There, let's see what that looks like. Oh, I better take the bubble wrap off. It's funny. Might just, sorry if my arm's in the way. I'm just putting this bubble wrap while it's wet on the last papers that I did to take the paint off it. Right, I'm just going to use a bit of plain white paper this time. Rip off a sheet and let's see what we get this time. Hope you're enjoying watching me play. I'm certainly enjoying it. I've been making cards all day and I was getting towards the end of the day. It was 4 o'clock when I started this and the shop shuts at 5. So I thought, oh, I've got about an hour, although I do need to go and do the dishes before I shut up shop, just to play. And I've been wanting to play all day, so I thought it's now or never, because I'm not here tomorrow. So it would have to be 2 days' time that I'd get to play again. And that's just so long when I've got this new toy. thought, no, I've just got to do it. Set aside the cards for the day and just get in here and play. So this is a fluoro green. This is one of the paints I used in that camo paper. And what shall we put with it this time? Maybe some fluoro pink. Let's go really bright. Hope your eyes aren't shocked. I'm still learning sort of how much paint to put out, and I tend to put sort of multiple blobs. You probably noticed. And I don't know whether that makes it easier or harder, or whether it doesn't matter. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Also, if you have any tips on how not to get the paint too muddy, I know basically don't roll it so much, but if you don't roll it so much, then you end up with gaps and non-blended paint. So yeah, any tips on that would be really handy if you know of any, or what you've found works for you. Please do share if you're willing. I love the crafting community. Generally, people are really happy to share their experiences and their tips and their tricks. I'm a photographer as well, and I find in the photography world that you get two types of people. You get those who won't share anything, and those who are happy to help and teach others. And I think it's really a shame that some people get frightened that they will lose their niche or something if they share their information. It's like, it's a big world, and there's already a lot of photographers, and you've still got a job, you know. It's like, share. What are you really afraid of? Right, this is really yummy purple, so let's put some purple on. Lots of purple, and scrape off the excess there. I don't know if you can see my scratch paper up the top, probably not, but it's looking really colourful. Kind of colourful mess, but that's all good. And let's add some yellow to this. Dop. And back in with the brow. Oops, I think I need a new bit of scratch paper actually. It's getting a little bit full. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at this. Yum. Oh, yum. Can I say that enough? Yum. Right, I'm just gonna change my page here. Flip it over. See, that's my roll off bit of paper. I'm just going to change the page. Oh, I might even change it again because I like the way that looks. Right, what marks am I going to do? Let's try some little squiggles. Oops, I missed the corner there. Never mind. It'll be fine. So just making some random little squiggles. I really am just experimenting, guys. I sort of know but don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing. And I said this in my last video, I don't know if you've watched it, but I said in the video, I didn't know this could be so much fun, and it so is. Right, I'm just going to leave those squiggles and see what we get from that. A nice wipe over with my hand. Are you ready for the reveal? 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Oh, there's some pink coming through that was still on the plate. The squiggles. Yeah, I quite like the squiggles. Just adds a bit of texture. Random texture. Okay, what colour next, guys? I wish you could talk to me and tell me what colour next. I'm going to use this one. It's called Kitsch. It's really cool, sort of tealy blue colour. So we'll add some of this. I might just go with that because I'm expecting some of that yellow to come up with it when I brayer it. If it doesn't, that's fine. Isn't that a lovely rich colour? Been painting a lot of stones lately. I sell sets of stones that stack, and painted and then decorated by me. And I've got one particular family that's just keep buying them, and then I thought that they'd exhausted who in their family they were giving them to, and no, the lady came back and bought 3 more, and then her sister, who doesn't live around here, she lives I think down south somewhere, or either that or it's up north, I can't remember. They were getting together for a family birthday. She popped in and she bought 3 sets. So I don't know whether that's exhausted that particular customer set, but I definitely need to do some more. And this colour is one of the base colours I use for my stones. That's why there's not a lot left in the pot. Oh, look at all those colours that have come off. That's so cool. All those little yellow, pink, bit of purple, and some sort of reddy tones there. Wow, that's so cool. I love the texture in that one. It turned out better than I had hoped for. Okay, I've got another pink here. It's called Scrumptious. Don't you think it's scrumptious? Just try and wipe off my palette knife a little bit so I'm not transferring paint between pots, because I find that really annoying when colours get mixed up. I've got some of, I have used that orange yellow, maybe I'll do another one of that next. Okay, what colour with the pink? Shall we go back with the purple maybe? Just get the rest of the pink off that before I put it back in the purple. Oops, that's red. Red would be kind of cool too, but we'll go with purple. I've got heaps of this purple, haven't used it a lot, and it's because we don't actually like the name of the colour, which sounds really funny, and my husband didn't want to buy it because of the name, and I says, hey look, we'll just mispronounce it deliberately and call it sea ants. So I don't know whether from that you can tell what it's named. I'll leave you guessing. Off the purple. Oops, I didn't clean off my brayer that time, so might pick up a bit of that kitsch colour. So pretty, so pretty. If I could sing, I would sing right now. Right, this time I will remember to roll off my brayer. Get that paint off. It's already discoloured. Okay, what am I going to do this time, people? I know what, I've